Hello and welcome back to Hearts of Iron 3 and Black Ice version 11.3.5 and the Germany campaign. And where we left off, we'd beaten back an attack in Gibraltar from the British. They'd landed an absolute shed ton of troops. And we'd decided that we wanted to nip that in the bud. We are now launching a full submarine offensive over here. And as you can see, that is reaping quite effective results. And we're about to unleash, I believe, some of our convoy raiders into this part of the world. We're thinking we might go, or what I'm thinking at the moment is we might unleash a torrent of very effective submarines into this part of the world, because most of these, well, all of them in fact, are brand new. And they could wreak absolute havoc. And that will be the game plan. Is, can we wreak havoc in this part of the trading lane? Because a lot of them will be going in and out of these provinces here, like Dover. We only need to do passive. We don't need to do, like, anything too crazy. I think we want to send you around to here. And I want to send you over to there. Yeah, let the great bombing campaign begin now. The other thing that we're going to do is we are going to attempt to gain air superiority over some parts of Britain. And we're going to do strategic bombing on London with these flying bombs. We do have some rocket interceptors and things ready. I'm not sure what these guys' range is like. 210, so it's not great. So they can reach London from Calais, so that will be their launching point. Then next up, we're going to do strategic bombing over here. And we're also going to do strategic bombing, night bombing, I think, on these provinces here. So, the night bombing. Do it to May. I want this bombing to go through. Like, let us push the Brits to the edge. Now, the other thing we've got is a load of techs that are going to be starting up soon. And a chance to encircle and destroy an American unit there, which, hey, that's always good. bombing's doing well. Now we could use... Let's go for Portsmouth and do some strategic bombing there as well. We will do night bombing only. Do that to April. Good. Now the Brits. National unity, 76.8%. Not good. Not good for them at all. Right, economic boost. So, I think we'll do another long-term investment because we've got the ability to. And we will do some economics buying. So railroad, tycoon, mining, or highways. I feel like mining would be useful. That's going to get us a fair amount of bonuses. Now, we do also have a whole bunch of techs that we can now do. So, it's now 1944. Which means all of the techs are no longer going to prompt us to be ahead of time. Which is good. This is some really lovely music. I always forget how lovely the Band of Brothers music is. And lots on kind of strategic warfare. 44. So we can start making V2s as well soon. 44, 44, 44, 44. 44. Okay, armored techs. Thank you very much. Okay, a little bit of tenacious defense training. Okay, a little bit of mid-air refueling. And on to machine gun focus. Like, we have a nice mix now. And bomb load, yeah, tool boys, bunker penetration, both worth getting. Like, especially when we're doing the this rather large bombing campaign. And drop tanks. Can get that again. And yeah, some more of these for some improvements to jet fighters. And I don't think we're that far away from jet fighters now, which is cool. And our advance in India is ongoing. We are about to kill the army of India Kalman. That is going to get taken out. And Engelbrecht is going to do a fine job. Especially with that cav unit coming to lend a hand. Right, and then you can now head down the coast. And you can also head up and around because we're in a pretty good spot now. And we've got a tank unit free. It's time to go deal with the southern marches. Okay, an armored division, going to be difficult. And we will do autarky again. Don't need here's group 3. I don't need the grass spay. Low yields. We can build the Führer bunker. Okay, let's have a little read. So, we get mining, which gives us crude oil, energy, metal, rares, and IC efficiency for production plus 5%, which is sizable. We lose 10% manpower and 15% IC, which is a big loss. Right, so, the Führer bunker. The Führer bunker was an air raid shelter located near the Reich Chancellery in Berlin, Germany. It was a part of the subterranean bunker complex which was constructed into 2 major phases, one part in 36 and the other in 43. Hitler took up residence in the Führer bunker on the 16th of January 1945 and it became the epicenter of the Nazi regime until the last week of World War II. Hitler married Eva Braun here during the last week in 1945, shortly before they committed suicide. So, Führer bunker guard, lose 5,000 supplies. And yeah, I'm happy with that. Build Famo. Also happy to build that. So, that got me the Führer bunker with some heavy artillery. I guess it doesn't build anything else. Interesting. Courageous. The Great Submarine Offensive. And it really is great. Okay, the Sturm Division, sure. Schnell Division West. Okay, so I think we're about to get a bunch of units just kind of kick in. So, where does that come in? Okay, that's a very quick unit. Let's bring them over. And some rocket artillery. Okay, that's also pretty cool. These are all useful for kind of maybe building up the start of like a Panzer division or a Panzer army in northern France. Just in case the Allies do land. And, oh, the Norwegians have landed. How goes your day here? Not well by the looks of it. I never thought southern Spain would become as an interesting a target for battles as it has, but hey, there's always time for learning new things. Okay, so now the SS are moving their way around slowly but surely. Okay, some Hitler and the Occult. We will build Vormag. And some heavy tank units. Sure. It's going to become a case of, well, what do we have available? And what do we want available? So, no. No, 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 no. Yes, that's much more like it. So, you can all link up over here. We're just debating what we want to do at the moment. Did suffer some losses, but we've also bombed Portsmouth into oblivion, so that's not bad. Okay. And how goes the war down here? Pretty well by the looks of it. So much for the New Zealand troops. Donitz says he wants more submarines. Well, Donitz, I've just built you a load of submarines. Can't have everything that you want all the time. Okay. Let's put some metal there. And this push is coming along quite nicely. They are beating back a couple of units, but nothing too crazy. Right, so German aid, yep. So we will send Luftwaffe support into Iraq. And we've lost a lot of our IC production capability, which is a shame. But we've helped Iraq. Who actually have a little navy, which is kind of cool. Right, let's send this mechanized unit around. I can see that there is a massive concentration of troops over here. Like, the majority, really. Like, the Japanese were... Whilst the Japanese held the flank, we did the job elsewhere. Let's put it that way. And that's especially true when we start moving over these units, because the front line is just going to get smaller and smaller down here. And the Brits... 73.6, so... They're up to nearly, like, they are getting there. And... we've got another 5, another 2... Like, there's a lot of stuff over here that's gonna fall. Like, effectively, if we can take out the British Empire, like, in its entirety, then that also kind of does the job. That also fucks up the British substantially, if we can do that. So, becomes a big if, but... Now we could, production-wise... So, flying rocket. It'll take 21 days. Okay, so when do we... Is that like what the equivalent of a V2 is? Because that's definitely not a V2 in structure. So... At least I'm not aware of it being a V2 in structure. Okay, 45. Right, heavy bomber prototype, let's get that going. Right, so we're on to cargo hold, so drop tanks is a big win. Advanced height, there we go, beautiful. Build up resource, crude oil. Yeah, we'll build up some crude oil, because that's what we're lacking at the moment. We could do with building some refineries and things soon. Okay, I've still got a huge amount of production happening in the bomber side of things. Okay, victory. Good. Now, yeah, there's a couple of provinces here that they're just cleaning up. Well done, Italy. coming to the end of some of like the river positions and things, which is needed to happen for a while. Good. That's a nice little move over there. Tank attack there. Right, railroad network, we'll let that go. Yeah, we're doing everything that we can do, we're doing. Right, we just stop with these guys. Yeah. Sometimes stopping is the way to go. And what we will do is we will attach you there, and then where's that other kind of major production area? Like Bristol and Cardiff, we could do a little bit of strategic bombing there, do it at night, we'll do it passive. Go and attack Bristol, please. Go bomb it to your heart's content. Okay. And so much for how they're doing now, because there's the introduction help message. And we want to puppet Britain. We want Britain to join us in our holy crusade. Okay, and yeah. We are beating this back. Let's attack there as well, just to lend a little bit of support. You can support attack there, like we're getting a nice little surround going. Okay, and if they could move into Dhaka, that would be lovely. How's our production looking? Manpower wise, we're doing very well. We build up at a pretty healthy rate of manpower every month. Whether or not the Brits have got anything that they can do to stop the mighty kind of Mughal Empire re-emerging. Oh, okay, so right, they've attempted an attack. We will do the strike commando. We don't need the air and kind of seaport, but it's a useful thing, and bombing site is definitely useful. It's one of those techs that doesn't do a huge amount, but I mean, look at it. It's sizable. Got a couple of 44 jet techs to do. It would be great to get jet bombers. Jet bomb. Okay. Surface-to-air missiles threatened high-flying aircraft. And bombs move to high-speed, low-level flight to get past it. That's quite interesting. And streamlined hull, electro boats to the next level. We can start building... No. Electro submarines. Okay. So what did you do? So you need a fair amount of officers. What's your... like surface detection? So what do you do well? So you've got a really good sea defense, good air defense, do decent sea attack. And very good convoy attack. You're an all-round good unit. Your range is a little bit worse. Sorry, not your range. Yeah, your range. Your firing distance is the same as a long-range submarine. You can go at 17, so you're very quick. You've got the same hull as your contemporaries. Your positioning is solid. Supply consumption. You cost a little bit more than the others. And your manpower requirements are a little bit higher. But, I mean, it's not crazy. Okay. Might be worth doing. Okay, we want to take out those units down there. Surely you want to do that. It's quite funny watching Spain going ham in Africa. I'm glad I got them into the Axis. Okay, and how's the British national unity going? Okay, it's still 73.6. But it's not much of a shift. Well, the Royal Guard are moving up on the front. And yeah, we need all the crude oil we can get at the moment because we're converting a lot. Yeah, and that's a replacement for a destroyed bomber. Okay, there's a little surround going on into this part of the world. And yeah, you're moving your way around, you're getting there. Raw materials for money. We want to keep that money ticking up, because it's probably our most finite resource other than rares at the moment. Right, the question is, can we do any bombing? Oh, we can. And that ground attack will help in that battle, I would imagine, immensely. Okay, do a little bit of a sabotage, very nice. Right, engineer unit training, 45. And yeah, back around to jet tech. So we're going to have some very impressive jet aircraft, I think, when the time comes. And if only our nuclear work wasn't so slow. So, yeah, so 43, so it's mostly up to date. It's just lagging a tiny bit behind. And then I want to take our cutter. Now, they are going to be without a port in that part of the world soon enough. And it would be lovely. So Richthofen, right, that's right at the edge of your logistical capabilities. You gentlemen, yeah, get down to here. And if you wouldn't mind lending a hand in this part of the world, it would be greatly appreciated. Okay, so we've got another Atlantic Wall section. Right, Army Group HQ 45. Get the next level of Electro Boat. And we do need fuel at the moment, but we're going to go for impenetrable defenses. So we lose 21,000 money, which is sizable, and 5,500 metal, which is a loss we can afford. So very nice. We are building up one hell of a defense. And did I just see a shatter? Ah, our first shatter of the campaign over here. First one. That's something. Alright, we will not keep that attack going. We will hold off so that our units get the right level of support imagined. That we perceive them to need. And I can see the Japanese are launching an attack over there. So with the loss of Calcutta, we don't need to punish the enemy. We can leave that alone. They're at just shy of 50%, and they're at pretty sizable disadvantage. So our tanks versus their tanks with bomber support. Should be okay. And a nice little move on Bangalore. Yeah, with a load of provinces still to be taken. So the north now is just about finishing off British forces in this part of the world. That's going to be the key thing. And hopefully we can get Tibet on side, because then all of Asia, like literally the entire main continent of planet Earth, will be on side with us if we can get them. Sweden, 82, like you are getting there. Oh, India's an Axis member. Where the fuck's India? Oh, here. Oh, there's like an Indian enclave. How strange. Okay. Okay, copper surplus. Okay, civil defense. So 44 and civil defense, which is at 45. We get streamlined hull, which is going to help with a little bit of speed. And our AA armament. So yeah, we've got a load of techs that we're going to be able to jump into in a minute. And John Azelwood is not having a fun time. He's completely outclassed by hell. Like, absolutely outclassed. Yeah, let's move them on over. Okay, the first armored division. Divisional command structure. That's a 44. You know, we'll let that go. Like, because that's a sizable... It's quite a quick one to do. Now 2 divisions against 1. With another unit launching a little surround action. If units break down here, I don't know where they're going to end up coming or going to. Von Witzelben is leading this attack. Good on him. Now they do have a river position that they're kind of coping behind. Fighting side by side with my Japanese allies. Though the fat load of good that they were during the invasion of the Soviet Union is frustrating. Colonial garrison here, but can easily handle that. You're at 44. We probably should take that off because we've got a load of techs over here that we need to get. And I would rather get, like, things to make our units better quicker than, like, divisional things at this stage. Now we could postpone our plans on that score. Good. Not bad at all. We are well and truly moving up nicely. Nice cool attack down there, if you'd be so kind. You can go there. And, yeah, you can lend a hand here. And you can go over there. We just want to provide a little bit of support in a few places. And bombing is doing its job. Right, resistance support. Okay, so we've got another 3 to do here. And we can get these done. And we're nearly back around to Blitzkrieg. We can do divisional command structure in a minute as well. So, yeah, we've got a few things we can get on with pretty soon. Bombers are killing it. Carry on down there. Yeah, go ground attack in that part of the world. Like, we effectively just want to finish off this battle at Madras as soon as possible. Take all the Indian ports away from them. Right, amphibious landing. At 44. Military police. Partisan suppression, that one's a 45. Air liaison, yeah. Yeah, we are back around to it. So I took these off, but I'm putting them immediately back on. And yeah, we've done all the deep battle. Ground battle's got a couple. Like, we have got a pretty well-rounded air force. We've got some naval techs we need to do. Should have thought about that, but I didn't. If you wouldn't mind finishing this off, that would be remarkably kind of you, Italy. So they're in somewhere called Delhi's. Taking Algier back. And they did manage to push them out, which is helpful. Alright, mountain unit training. Elastic defense, 45, that can be finished. Alright, rolling artillery barrages, and that tech will be done at that point. I just want to make our submarines as effective as we can. And Japan wants to do an oil trade, so sure, Japan, we would love that. How are you guys doing? You're coming along. Right, let's keep you moving around. You'll get there. And they're up to 50%. So it's all working out. Independent Brigade. They do seem to honestly think that they can defend some of these spots for a while. I'm skeptical of this, but they're going to run out of supply if they're not careful. So ground attack focus, tank crew training, yep, so that one can finish up for doing this. And on to air techs. So we're back around to like fighters and things, which is good. Okay, breaking down a unit there. I just want to take Pondicherry. Recon home front coordination. Infantry, yep, so we've nearly got all of the techs up to the max level that they can be, which is quite something. British might lose this. Like, losing India is a blow. It's sizable. It's a lot of their production capacity, it's a lot of their manpower. Losing it is not going to be an easy pill to swallow. So, Madras, Madrai, Tripoli, Cochin, Calcutta. There's another 5 victory provinces down here. So it's a sizable amount, that's for sure. And that's the sound of a pen breaking. Ah, victory. Good. And we're getting there over here as well. Lovely if they would just hurry up and kick the bucket. Support attack there, like, effectively we've got a little river spot here. Yeah, the marshland river spot in this part of the world that we need to crack. That's right, we can do that. Ah, Madras has fallen. We can get ourselves a chicken Madras in Madras. Okay, so a light light unit just coming up there. And we don't need either of those. I imagine, yeah, they're all 44 level. I think we'll let them run, because I really can't be bothered to reorganize them all. And we've got a load of things freed up to do over here, so we can take our time. That military police unit has been an absolute nightmare. Can you get von Schwaffenberg? How quickly are you going? 7 kilometers per hour. That's quick. Not as quick as that military police unit, but it's quick. And I mean, they've got no combat potential whatsoever. Pistols are no good against tanks, and that broke that unit. So okay. Some Frenchmen. And a lot of French ships. So the question is, can we push here now? Now that the bombing has been going on for a while, and we've got some Japanese support, I'm going to assume that we can. And some of their units are fleeing back. Yeah, we've got a nice little spot. Now, what I want to do is I want to bring Tibet in, because they've got a lot of units as well. Now, we don't need either of those, thank you. Hello, America. This is why we check every now and then. Send some divisions over there. Just lend a little bit of help. They're not gonna easily push into that part of the world, that's for sure. And the Spanish are moving to retake some of their lost territory in North Africa, which is what we want. And let's let the Americans keep trying it. Yeah, so the mining bonus of 10% is... it's sizable. Okay, one single tank division to worry about. And then they're gonna want to get away from, like, pretty much everywhere. Okay. Slowly but surely getting there. Industrialization of farms, gain 100 manpower. The Deutschland's going to be forever refitting. Keep it running. And... yeah, that'll do. Right, Mountain HQ, yeah, that's all fine. growing that air force for me. See, everyone that goes live is an extra bomber. And no, we don't need any more of them. Go like this. That's what I like to see. But yeah, that kind of American invasion, it ain't enough. Okay. Right. Any more that we need to worry about? So that's never going to be able to be returned to us. Oh, there's a little rebellion over here. Let's go deal with that. And then return back to your home base. Single garrison unit there that we're holding into place. We want to get over the river. Most of those units are immediately breaking. We'll continue to support them. Into service HQ, always worth getting. Just because that little island is named India and it's in the Axis doesn't mean it's effective. Grand bombing offensive is working out quite nicely. Hurry up and finish the job, please. You'd think supplies would be, you know, causing them problems, but nope, not at all. Okay, and I just saw jet fighter. And we can do jet bomber, so let's get both of those. Ejection seat. Let's do everything. No harm in it. Prospect. Good. Tank division's taking a bit of a battering over there. Hell's providing some support. So the Madras District Infantry units. What have you got? Nothing of any note. Sadly. Okay, that's 52%. HQ. That one can go, but you can finish up. Okay, and then we'll put a little bit more into officers in a minute. Right now we're on a big 0. And there might be a little bit of a counterattack happening over here. And I say, let them try this. A full German expeditionary force in Spain is going to come crashing down into them. Led by some very experienced mountain units that have fought all the way from Russia to Iberia. And von Vaxel Artem can lend a hand there. It's an attempt. It is a legitimate attempt. Right, and they've taken back. We've taken back this area. We're moving back into Morocco now. So Casablanca is probably the next major target. Okay, infantry unit caught around the edges. Power airborne, sure. 44 level there. Let's get you down south just to lend a hand, just to make sure there aren't any last minute nasty surprises. No random British expeditionary force that arrives out of the blue. A last minute hurrah. All of these units are pressing on up. Really are doing the business. And, yeah, I don't need an armoured group like this. Yeah, that's been broken back. Belarusian. Not something you see very often. Okay, nearly at 53%. Keep it moving. Alright, who will get the honour? Will it be Ger von Schwaffenberg, who is moving very quickly, or will it be Faustine? Now, there's only planes stopping him in this direction before he gets to a mountain area, so you'd probably say it's probably likely to be him over anyone else. Are we going to eventually get victory over here? Move up on Calcutta, please. Go do some ground attack work, please. Okay, doing some definite damage. The Americans, they could have just joined us. They had the right government. This is all them. And they're broken. They are well and truly cream crackered over here. Special forces at 45. That just lets us put a little bit into officers. Ah, we've won the Battle of Valencia. What a shock. This rather silly American adventure is now over. Can send some forces back this way. In fact, we've got one hell of an annoying little move to go over here. They're attempting a little counterattack. Right, what we're going to do is we're going to take you over here. You're going to attack there. You're going to attack there. Then you are going to head round. And then you're going to stay as a reserve. A lot of US Marine divisions. That's a lot of Marines. Let's not give them an opportunity to reinforce is what I'm saying here. So side shields and armor. Yeah, armor plate thickness. Ah, there we go. That's unlocked some more techs. Can start thinking about making assault guns. And Mr. Gehr von Streffenberg managed to be the one that got the golden goose, so to speak, the final part of India. Well, not quite the final part because these guys exist in this stupid spot, but with a bit of air support, that will do the job. I don't need any more railway guns, we've got more than enough. Okay, and we have reached our kind of final part. Now, after taking that, what does that do to Britain? So, that's, you know, that's a lot. Like, 72% national unity, that is not bad. Like, we're 50% of the way there, so we can sort this. Bloody tank unit, man. Right, come on, Francis. Right, the question is, will they break before that? I would say is extremely likely. And yeah, there's some 1943 text that we can get round to now. But we will hold off a minute. We'll put a little bit more into officers just to get that finished. Yeah, and Tibet's the one victory point other than Gibraltar that we still haven't sorted. Let's push the sad sat back to whence they came. Okay, so much for the Grand Colombian adventure. We could go deal with Colombia. I mean, they've just sent a whole bunch of their units at us. The fuckers. Let's... So we can't go deal with Colombia because we don't have any infrastructure to. Of course. I mean, why would we? Right, now it all makes sense. Well, we can move our units around. Venezuela and Ecuador, like, if we can get Venezuela, like, then that'll be a big help. When the time comes, Brazil will be the main fighting force down there. Jaeger division. It might be them that get there first. So Mr. Fielson gets the last great honor of southern India. Goodbye, India. It was a pleasure. Now, there are some victory provinces here that if Japan would take them, that would help a little bit. Aha, victory. Okay, let's not let them get out of there. This Indian Corps will probably reinforce. Yeah, both of those have. But they're not exactly strong. Good. And we're getting some victories over here. We don't need that. Okay, a little bit on officers. Okay, and hopefully we'll see some comp. Yeah, there we go. Right, Mr. 38th Infantry, 36th Infantry, you're meant to be breaking soon. There we go, they're broken. And how many more Brits have we got in this part of the world? Not many. We have definitely done the job. So ends the snow melts. Maybe we just needed to apply the last bit of pressure over here because we should be sorting things. Okay, yeah, we've broken down some divisions over there. Armoured spearhead. Okay, so yeah, they're both maxed out. That'll be why that finished. And we want to try, if we can, to take out what's left over here. Like, there will be no invasion of Italy if they don't own anything in this part of the world. That's the thinking. So do we have some nice little victories over here? Harold Pieman. Do you think he likes pie? The Umayyad of Jaipur. Well, good on you, good sir. You've got one hell of a name. Delhi Independence. Ooh, and that is not a strong tank unit if they're being beaten like this. Okay, want a nice 10 in officers. Infantry support tank finishes very quickly, as does assault guns. Heavy armor will be coming along. try and... Okay, victory. Let's get around, like the flank. So we got 3 provinces left in Upper India to deal with. Everything else has been dealt with. Good. Okay. Everyone dogpile it in this direction. That's a big Afghanistan. Wowza. That's quite something. Okay, so, yeah, we've got this huge bunch of Marines, US and British. Okay, job's a good one. 89 a day. What we're going to do is we are going to send briefly, this unit is going to detach to go and clean up where we had some rebellions around here. Right, and then if you wouldn't mind breaking this, please, it would be bloody helpful. So they've got reinforcement chance down here with these units when they eventually become available. And they have fallen hook, line and sinker for the trap in southern Gibraltar. You guys are meant to be moving on up. So, major victory. Okay, so now we're at 70%. No, we're nearly at 69 though. Well, hey. And we might be able to achieve that if we can get Sweden on board. They are not far off. So they should join us hopefully this year, all going to plan. And yeah, you're moving along quite nicely. Oh, and I see a little bit of a Spanish move into this area. That is good, if they can pull that off. So much for the Grand Assault, and so much for this as well. It's all well and good having these divisions here, but encirclement penalty with Defender with a front 5, like, not good. Surin is taking a little bit of a hammering, but encirclement's one hell of a tactic. And on land, our weapons are just astounding. And yeah, we'll create some units. And that's one hell of an interesting 9th Panzer Division there. Come on, you got this. Finish the job, please. It's mainly our infantry that did the job on this. So we've won the Battle of this one here, which 800 casualties, 400 casualties. But this is the interesting thing. During the struggle, we suffered 14,000 casualties out of 306,000. So we took 300,000 soldiers prisoner there. That is quite something. Von Rundstedt is now a level 7 commander. That cannot be overemphasized. Okay, well, look, if Japan's going to handle this, then we're going to move you, and we're all going to meet over here. Because we've done our job. We have taken everything the hell out. So, this has been one hell of an attack. Now, the next thing to do is just to push back Operation Torch. We've destroyed D-Day multiple times, and we need to get Sweden and Norway in. So I think we will jump back once I have... Well, either jump back when I'm in a position to push back Torch, or we'll jump back once Sweden has joined the faction for the invasion of Norway. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I look forward to seeing you next episode of Hearts of Iron 3. Thanks again. Bye-bye.